This is the online side hustle pyramid. It's made up of 3 different levels. Level 1 requires no skills and no money. Level 2 demands some skills but still no money. And to reach level 3, you need both skills and money. As a millionaire who started off with absolutely nothing, I've been through all of these levels. And if you do too, then you'll certainly be able to make more than $1,000 per day. And don't worry, I'm not going to be suggesting you spend hours watching ads, testing websites, or filling out those useless online surveys. I mean, they only pay a few dollars anyway, so what's the point? Instead, I'm interested in the big bucks. So these are side hustles you can make good money from. Of course, the faster you progress through the levels, the more money you can make. Level 1, no skills, no money. In this level, it's all about using your time as strategically as possible to create the most amount of money. The first side hustle is being a content critic. This one isn't as well known, but it's definitely in high demand. I'm even willing to pay someone to do this for me. So listen up and let me know if this sounds like something you'd be interested in. The job of a content critic is to give unbiased, honest feedback. Honesty is such a rare thing to find. Most negative comments come from haters, and fans rarely like to offer criticism as many people take it the wrong way. The majority of content creators have developed a tough skin and are actively looking for ways in which to improve their content. That's why, if you're a genuine fan of a particular YouTuber, then you could actually be far more valuable than you realise. So if this sounds like something you could be interested in, then leave me a comment below suggesting what content you'd like to see on my channel, and I'll reach out to the people with the best ideas and be their first client. I'm happy to pay a fair amount for a great feedback report from a viewer, and I'm sure many other creators would be open to doing the same. With multiple clients, you'll be able to build up to more than $1,000 in no time. The second side hustle is flipping Instagram theme pages. This is something you can do with just an iPhone and a bit of time. These are pages that are focused on specific subjects. When I first heard that you can make money from flipping these, I was actually quite shocked. Back in my day, I had to actually buy and sell physical products like cars, for example, but now doing this online actually makes complete sense. Just think about it. When was the last time you scrolled on Instagram and didn't see a sponsored post? They're everywhere, aren't they? This just shows brands are putting loads of money into Instagram adverts, which makes the pages more valuable. If I were you, I would start and grow pages in particular niches by posting regular reels. Personally, I'd pick a car theme page, as I used to race cars, so I know the niche has a big demand from advertisers. I've seen some of these pages sell for thousands. A bonus one in this level is using the link in the description to get 16 free stocks worth between $2,000 and $2,000 in return for signing up to Moomoo. They're a great investing platform and it's basically free money. Level 2, some skills, no money. These online side hustles require more upfront work to begin with, but as you develop your skills, you'll be able to charge a lot more than the average person, as you're providing more value, and this of course equals higher pay. The third side hustle is designing thumbnails. I actually ran a competition to find a thumbnail editor for this YouTube channel. I did this on my Instagram and we had hundreds of submissions. You might be thinking, if hundreds of people applied, isn't there too much competition? In all honesty, only 3 designers actually stood out to me in that competition, as they took the time to understand my style, and rather than just creating a pretty graphic, they really considered how they could get people interested in clicking. Creating effective thumbnails is more of a psychological task than a graphic design one. The best thumbnails are often simple to create, but the idea behind them is very clever. Just think, if you can increase a YouTuber's click-through rate by even 1 or 2%, then hiring you means instant profit, and you're justifying your own wage. Out of the 3 candidates that stood out, I hired 2 of them myself, and I recommended the third to one of my friends. If you can master this skill and sell 10 thumbnails in a day for $100 each, then that's $1,000 right there. You could charge less and do more, or even charge more and do less. The choice is yours depending on your skill level. The fourth side hustle is tutoring. Now, before COVID, I probably wouldn't have added this one to the list, as most people wanted in-person tutors. And honestly, This business model isn't great as it's very time intensive, and the amount you can charge is also pretty capped depending on the competition in your local area. However, I really think the world has changed. If you're talented at a particular subject, it may be a great option to teach it online. The key here is to sell the transformation rather than the tutoring itself. I mean, most people don't really go to a personal trainer to improve their technique. They go to become a fitter person. That's why they're always using before and after photos to advertise their services. The same goes for tutoring. You need to sell a specific outcome to a standardized test, such as GCSEs and A-levels in the UK. Facebook is the perfect place to advertise as it's full of mums that want their kids to do better than everyone else's. Trust me, if you find the right Facebook groups, the demand is sky high. The great thing about doing it online is that you can cut out all the travel time, which means you can work with more people and earn more money. You also don't have to just work for people in your local area, as you can teach anyone anywhere in the world. If you're able to sell 10 spots in a group class for $25 each, then that's $250 an hour. Once you achieve this, you can start filling more hours. You may think that people won't want group classes, but if you give them the outcome you promised, it doesn't matter how you deliver it, especially if you put all the students in a Facebook group and offer them support outside of lessons. Of course, if you're selling the outcome of getting into medical school or completing your exams as a doctor, then you can charge way more, as the potential outcome you're selling is worth a lot more money. The fifth side hustle is creating logos. Have you ever looked at a famous logo and thought, that's so simple, I could do that? I know I certainly have, and I'm ancient. So I'm sure you younger guys watching this will be able to master this one easily. We recently held a competition on my Instagram account where we paid the winner $1,000 for creating a logo for our brand, Strike It Big, which is run by my son and I. We weren't looking for crazy design skills, it was all about the idea. Even if the logo was hand drawn, we were prepared to pay the money if it was a good idea. With this side hustle, no one cares about your school grades. Instead, your past work acts as your qualifications. So it's really important to build a great portfolio to seal the deal with your clients. You may have to work for free in the early days to do this. I know that working for free sounds like a waste of time, but it's a great way to check out the competition and also see how to price your services. Once you have a solid portfolio, you can either go directly to your clients or offer graphic design services on websites like Fiverr and Upwork, as they already have a huge marketplace. If you're good, there's no reason you couldn't be earning $500 to $1,000 per day in your spare time. The sixth side hustle is becoming a high-ticket closer. Imagine being the mastermind behind sealing deals and locking in sales for influencers, course creators, consultants, and business owners. These types of people are usually extremely busy managing operations, delivering their products, and making content, so they need someone with a gift of the gab that can focus entirely on closing deals. This is exactly what one of my employees does, and he regularly takes home more than $1,000 in a day from commissions, and he has no formal qualifications to his name. This just shows how you can add value to a business by selling their high-ticket items and earn more than a doctor's salary. The advantage of being a high-ticket closer is the fact that you don't need to create your own thing. You're just simply selling someone else's product. It's a much simpler business model that you can do from anywhere in the world. If you have a phone, you have a business, and that's about it. The seventh side hustle is web design. The internet levels the playing field. It's almost like America was in my youth, the land of opportunity. But the internet is far greater, and it allows the younger generations to have a big advantage over the older business owners. I mean, no business can survive long without a good website, and most people are lacking the skills to build one themselves. So if this interests you, then why not learn web design skills? I know two teenagers that decided to take up web design, and they both went in two completely different directions. One decided he'd use website builders such as Squarespace, which means he only had to edit really simple templates to build a basic site for his clients. clients. The other decided to code bespoke websites from the ground up for larger clients that wanted something more original. Now, both are extremely successful at what they do, but they both serve entirely different markets at different price points. You'd get paid more for a bespoke site. However, this takes a lot more time to learn. I've paid anywhere between $10,000 to $100,000 for custom websites in the past. It's an absolute goldmine. Level 3, some skills, some money. Once you work your way up to this level of the pyramid, you should have enough skills and money to start making a great income. The 8th side hustle is selling digital products. A friend of mine created a bundle of templates for Instagram, and she sells them for $30 per download. Last year, she made $250,000, which is pretty crazy. A digital product could be many things, from these Instagram templates to ebooks and online courses. If you invest your time making these, then you can sell them year on year and never ever run out of stock. The reason you need some money is for the advertising costs. You could run Facebook or Instagram ads, or even try out TikTok. There are also some free ways you can promote your product, such as affiliate marketing, but this is harder to get going if you don't already have a steady stream of sales and positive reviews. If I was selling something tech related, I'd reach out to YouTubers such as Unbox Therapy or Mark S. Brownlee, who have millions of subscribers, and offer them a percentage of every sale they bring in. Now, I'm not saying they would definitely accept. However, if you reach out to enough people, then you'll find collaborators that are interested in what you have to offer. The 9th side hustle is starting a software business. To be fair, this isn't really a side hustle, but it is the fastest way to become mega rich. We recently chatted to Tim Armo, who exited his business for a rumored $40 million before turning 28 years old. I understand that this may seem unattainable at the moment, but I believe that most entrepreneurs should strive to have some form of technology built specifically for their businesses. Tech businesses offer the potential for significant profits through huge exits, but this opportunity won't be around forever, so it's important to get started as soon as possible. If you want to know exactly how I would make $10,000 in 7 days, then you can check out this video next, but don't click on it just yet. Make sure to subscribe if you want to grow your wealth, okay? I'll see you over there.